All right, so how do you create an irresistible offer for your SMMA? Most videos on YouTube are gonna rant about how to create an offer to get clients, but none will really tell you what happens after you get a client. How do you build an offer for your clients' clients, the core and the key of your campaign? When I first started my agency, this was one of my biggest fears, that I wouldn't be able to fulfill on the promises that I made. Getting a client, sure, anybody can do that, but keeping a client, that's gonna give you longevity in this space. And even if you don't have a client yet, understanding how to create these offers to attract leads and business for your clients is crucial for your confidence and you being able to sell in the first place. If you don't truly believe you can create a winning campaign for your clients, how are you going to be able to sell to them? There will be forever a disconnect between how you feel and what you say, and that is going to stunt your growth before it even gets started in this SMMA space. Let me give you a quick example. Just this week, I was speaking with one of our SMMA Blueprint students. He had actually landed a real estate firm. They were in the kickoff phase, and naturally, they were asking, what should we create as our offer to attract new business? So he came to me and asked, like, what should I do? They have all these different assets, all these different ideas. So I'm gonna break down what we talked about so you can understand the example and the framework. And I'm also gonna give you some rules and questions that you can ask your clients to discover what kind of offer should you create for them. Doing it in this way is going to make you a strategic advisor, not just a run-of-the-mill person who decided to start an SMMA. These are fundamental questions that they're just not gonna hear from anybody else but you. So back to our example, our student was keen on using this Airbnb calculator because that's what their client said was an attractive offer. This was something they had on their website. It was about $50, and it would simply calculate on average how much you could Airbnb a room, your home, or an additional unit on your existing real estate property. And this is the type of lead magnet they decided to use. And if you're not really sure what a lead magnet is simply an offer that's either free or low ticket to simply exchange contact information with a prospect. We've all seen these things before, fill out your information for free and get the 5-step PDF or whatever the offer is. It's simply building the database so you can get their contact information and then eventually sell a product or service to them. This is what all the high ticket players do. You dangle a freebie offer and then you sell on the back end. The problem with this Airbnb calculator is it didn't match his client's overall goal. And before you dive headfirst into creating any campaign, you need to simply understand, what is your goal? What are you trying to accomplish with this campaign? If you don't fundamentally understand that, no matter what kind of campaign you create, it's going to be a failure. So the goal of this real estate firm was to attract high net worth investors, people who wanted to buy a second home, a third home, a multi-family home. So the problem with this Airbnb calculator is that it simply was attracting the wrong audience. If somebody goes into Google and types in free Airbnb calculator, who do you think is going to be searching for that? Is that going to be a high net worth individual looking to invest in their third, fourth, or fifth property? Or would it mainly be somebody who just simply wants to see how much money they could make by renting their spare bedroom, or how much money they could make Airbnb-ing their home while they go on vacation? The lion's share of the searches are most likely going to come from people who are not the ideal buyer. They are not high net worth individuals looking to land real estate deals. They're just simply people trying to make an extra buck on the side. So while this campaign could be successful where they get a bunch of leads, a bunch of clicks, if it's the wrong audience, it's not going to work and you're not going to keep the client for very long. So that's why it's fundamental and very, very important for you to understand what the goal is of the campaign before you even get started. Now, we looked on their website and we found another resource that was a bit more expensive that we convinced them to offer as a low ticket lead magnet, and that was a multi-family home calculator. Now, this is going to qualify the individual who's searching for a multi-family home calculator. Now, this is an individual who clearly knows what multifamily homes are. They are most likely an investor because they realize each unit can bring them thousands of dollars per month. And that's going to further qualify that person on that search versus the general consumer Airbnb calculator person the multifamily home calculator is going to get me the actual real estate investor that I'm looking for. Now, you might run into situations where your clients are fairly immature with marketing. They don't have a lot of assets. They may not even have a website. So it might not be as easy as going onto their site, finding an offer, and baking that into your campaign. So what kind of questions should you ask your client if this is the case? So I would ask any client of mine, what are the frequently asked questions that you get from your prospects or potential clients? What are the things that they ask that hold them back from moving forward? What are their objections? All of these things can be the framework that your prospects are naturally going to be searching for online. So if you find a question that you get asked all the time, make a guide out of that. Hey, how do I invest in XYZ? Here's the XYZ investment guide for free. Like, you need to just ask these questions to your clients so you can understand what kind of offer is going to attract the exact person that they want for their business. Another thing a lot of your clients will have a misconception about is they will actually want to go for the kill right away. They'll want to go for the book the call offer or the call to action. Sometimes this is abbreviated as CTA. Book now. Book an appointment now, come on down. Like, these kind of offers, there's no substance there. So the person has to be bought in completely for them to convert with an offer like that. But a lead magnet takes one step back in the relationship and says, hey, I don't know you, you don't know me, but here's a free piece of content that I genuinely think would be helpful for you on your journey. And then we can build trust over time by sending emails. Maybe we reach out to you after you download it, and then we can offer to book a call because there's some familiarity with the client and the prospect at this point. It's just like any relationship building tactic. You're not just going to go for it right away. You're not going to ask out that person immediately. You might have a conversation. You got to get to know them a bit more. And this is the problem that I see with most brand new SMMA owners is they don't understand this. So they'll go out and they'll create a campaign that's book now, book a call, or buy now, and nobody buys. And they think the campaign is a failure. But at the end of the day, that is exactly what the campaign was designed to do. It was designed to fail before you even started. So it's no fault on your own. It's just you didn't set it up in the proper way. So I hope you have some context now for when you reach out to clients, when you have conversations with business owners, you fundamentally know how I should structure a deal, how I should create a campaign that's ultimately going to get results. And if you have more questions on the technicalities on how to fulfill the services from Facebook ads, Google ads, YouTube ads, email marketing, all of the above, check out the SMMAblueprint.com with over 120 modules. It's the top rated course on the market. Don't take my word for it. Give it a Google and you'll see countless reviews saying the same thing. And if you're looking for more help on how to start your SMMA today, check out this video here where I break down the entire process. I'll see you over there.